This was such a wonderful film, action-filled, obviously. Want to get right into your characters. You play almost like Moses in the Bible and biblical history, a hero who sort of starts off in poverty and then, you know, sort of leads his people, and he's kind of the chosen one.
Yeah, Theseus, I mean, he started off in quite the opposite vein of Moses. Moses was very much a positive and good man. Theseus is quite negative and someone who he's ostracized by society, and society looks down on him. He in turn doesn't embrace society. He bares his teeth at society and turns his back on them, and only wants to protect his mother and this old man who's trained him in the martial arts. What makes Theseus incredible is that, against all odds, he turns his back on his own opinions, which have been ingrained over his entire life, and becomes this savior of humanity and this hero of the gods, even though society doesn't want him to be. He sacrifices himself when society doesn't care for him.
You play Zeus, and Zeus is interesting because while he, on one end, doesn't want any of the gods to interact with the humans or to impede or, I guess, interfere with humanity, at the same time he encourages it, and so there's sort of a double...
Yeah, it's sort of a tug of war that he's going... He obviously doesn't want to see mankind be annihilated by this wicked, dark force, which is King Empyrean, who wants to unleash the Titans. There is a moral torment that Zeus is dealing with, and he tries to do it in the most sort of subtle way possible, and the way he does it is he targets this young man who he sees on Earth as a potential leader. He sees things in Theseus that he doesn't see in the average human, and so he chooses to, you know, mentor Theseus, and he hopes that Theseus can then lead his people. And unfortunately, the law that I set in Mount Olympus for the gods to not interfere with the affairs of mankind, they can't bear it when they see that Theseus and his team are just failing because of the darkness of King Empyrean and his army. And so, you know, he has to reassess and rethink his strategy, and he's forced to get him.
One of the things I adored, even being a girl, were these battle scenes, which were incredibly gory, but so beautifully shot you couldn't turn away. And even you rousing the troops with you know, this speech that was so gorgeous. Talk to me a bit about the battle scenes and what that was.
I mean, the battle scenes were great and incredibly well choreographed. As you say, what makes them special, and what makes them different from any other movie, is that Tarsem has applied his visual mastery to this, and he's created something which is beautiful and dance-like. And although it is visceral and violent, it's not gruesome. You see it, and you see a beautiful piece of art, and you can choose, you know, how to look at it, but it affects you emotionally. You either feel sort of your tears coming up or rage welling up, and that's what it should do. It shouldn't just make you want to turn your head away. And Tarsem has achieved that wonderfully, I think.
I would agree with that. Fortunately, our time is up.
No worries.
Thank you
Nice
so much.